Hey guys, for our lesson today, we are going to be looking at Everyday Math Lesson 4.8, and this is all about area composite. So yesterday we learned about area and how area is the inside of a shape. Today we're going to be looking at how we can find area when we don't have the boxes to help us count those shapes or the sizes. So today for your lesson, you will do your EdPuzzle, you will have a home link, and then I have an activity where you're going to be finding the area and perimeter of ornaments. So your objective for today is to find the area of a rectangle by creating a number sentence when the length of the side is known. So when we know the sides, but we don't know how many boxes are on the inside to help us count. So you are going to get a piece of paper maybe, or try to think of this answer in your head. A tic-tac-toe grid has 3 rows of spaces, with 3 spaces in each row. How many spaces are there in all? You should have answered 9, because if we are thinking about drawing a tic-tac-toe board, there are 3 rows and 3 spaces in each row. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 spaces in all. Second one, a checkered board has 8 rows of squares and 8 squares in each row. How many squares are there in all? This one is a little bit trickier. It is going to be the multiplication sentence, 8 times 8. So if I'm thinking about a checkered board, I'm going to have 8 rows. So I have 8 columns actually, and I'm going to have 8 rows. So I'm going to draw my rows in. Okay, so I have an 8 columns and 8 rows. I could take the time to count. I also know that I'm going to multiply 8 by 8, and that gets 64. Okay, you're going to turn in your book to page 119, and you are going to follow the directions at the top and find the perimeter and the area and of what it's telling you to do. So it says, on the centimeter grid below, draw one rectangle with the short side of 3 centimeters and long side of 5 centimeters. Then draw a rectangle with short sides of 1 centimeter and long sides of 15 centimeters. Label the sides lengths of both rectangles, figure out and record the area and perimeter for each. So take a minute and draw your rectangles. Your rectangle with 3 on the short side, so I'm going to say 3. So I'm going to count over 3, 1, 2, 3. The long side has 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's asking me to find the perimeter and area. So first of all, what's the area? You should have said 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So my area equals 15. And then I need to find the perimeter. Well, I know that this is 3 and 5, 3 and 5. I'm going to add my 5s together because that's 10. And then my 3's together is 6. So 10 plus 6 equals 16. My perimeter is 16. Then it says to draw the other rectangle that has a short side of 1 and long sides of 15. Make sure you have that drawn out. So my short side will be 1 and then 15. 1, 2, 3. So this is my rectangle. It is a skinny rectangle. I need to find the area. So what is the area? You should have said 15. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What's my perimeter? Again, I'm going to do my number sentence to help me figure out the perimeter. So I have a short side of 1, a long side of 15, another short side of 1, and another long side of 15. I know that 15 plus 15 is 30, and 1 plus 1 is 2, so 30 plus 2 is 32. My perimeter is 32 centimeters. And it said to make sure we have them, so this is centimeters. And then 15 square centimeters, so I'm going to put SQ, CM, and then 16 centimeters, 15 SQ, CM, square centimeters. All right. How can we find the area of this shape if I don't have enough blocks to cover this whole shape? So this is going to be something where we use what's called a composite, which is what our goal is for today. So I'm going to look at what I do know. Well, I know that the long side has 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I know that the short side has 3. I can use this to help me to figure out the area of this whole rectangle. If I were to figure out this whole rectangle right here, I can figure that out with this information. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the shape, and I shrunk it down a little bit, and we're thinking of how I can use a composite unit to group these into smaller units. So one thing that I know is how many square feet are along the short side of the rectangle. So along the short side, I know that I have 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 there. But I don't want to know just the short side. I want to know how many are in 2 columns. So I know that this is 3. It's going to help me to know that this is 3 as well. So how many square feet are in 2 columns? You should have said 6. Now, I can continue counting by 3s. If this is 3, 6, what will this one be? You should have said 9. So I am up to 9 so far. And finally, I'm going to say, well, if all of these have been 3, then I know that this will be 3 and this will be 3. So I would say 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I am using that composite of this 3 to know that there are 15 in this whole shape. This shape is 15 square feet. Okay, let's look in our book at page 120. Make sure you are on page 120. And we're going to find the area of these shapes. Now, number 1, I don't have all of the cubes colored in, but I do have this short side colored in. So I know that I'm going to have 2 but I need to have how many groups of 2? Well, my long side says I'm going to have 4. So I'm going to have 4 groups of 2. So this one would be 2, 4, 6, 8. The area of this shape is 8 square units. Okay. Looking at number 2, what is the area of this shape? You should have said 15. I don't know how many squares are in there, but I can use what I know. The long side is 5, and the short side tells me I'm going to have 3 5s. So I'm going to have 5, 10, 15. The area of this shape is 15 square units. Number 1 and 2 were easy because we can count by 2s and we can count by 5s. Number 3 will be a little bit difficult because we're going to have to count by 6s. I know that this is 6, but I have 7 on the long side, so I'm going to have 7 6s. So I'm going to try to count this out so that we can figure it out. I want you to see if you can figure it out. What is the area of number 3? You should have said 42. We're going to count this out. 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 6 is 18. 18 plus 6 is 24. 24 plus 6 is 30. 30 plus 6 is 36. And then the seventh one, 36 plus 6 is 42. The answer is 42 square units. The area of that shape is 42 square units. Looking at number 4, shade a composite unit that you can use to find the area of this rectangle. You may need to partition a row or a column. Well, like I said, number 1 and 2 were easy because we can count by 2s and we can count by 5s. When I look at my numbers for number 4, I know the short side is 6 and I know the long side is 10. I'm going to want to count by 10s because I know how to count by 10s. So I need to draw my composite area, and I need to draw this out as 10, which is a little bit more difficult. So there's 5, and there's 5 more is 10. So if this side is 10, I need 6 10s. So here's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. The area of this rectangle is 60 square units. Explain what you did to find the area of problem 4. Well, I drew the composite. Of the long side, which is 10, and knew I needed 6 10s. Okay. We are going to be working on something similar for your activity. You've got your home link that you'll be doing, but you are going to be creating some ornaments, like Christmas ornaments. And these Christmas ornaments, you can color them and make them neat, but you're going to be finding the area and perimeter of the box on the dotted lines. So for this example, the sides are 3 units and 4 units. So here's my dotted line right here. Maybe I should do this in a colored pen. So here's my dotted line. This is the box that I'm trying to find the area and perimeter of. So I know that one side is 3 and the other side is 4. So I can say that this is 3 and then this one's 4. So the perimeter should be pretty easy because I'm going to do 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4. And 3 plus 4 is 7, so another 7 is going to be 14. The perimeter of this square rectangle is 14 units. We don't know what the units are. We're just going to call them units. Now I need to know the perimeter. Well, you could think about drawing a composite where we would split them up, but what we know is the long side is 4, and I have 3 of those 4, so I'm going to count by 4s. 4, 8, 12. So the area of this shape is 12 square units. I'm just going to put SQUN for square units. That is one type of area that you might have to find. The other one could look like this. This ornament isn't a quadrilateral. It is a little bit different. So we know that the perimeter is the distance around a shape. So I'm going to start with that. And I'm going to start in this top left corner. So I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The perimeter is 12 units. Now to find the area, I already have those stars in there, so I'm going to count those stars. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The area is 5 square units. You are going to have 2 ornaments to figure out the area of the perimeter, and you can color and decorate them. One will be a square or rectangle, and the other will be a shape like this that isn't necessarily a quadrilateral. So you have your home link and then this to work on.